remember what's gone before, where we've come from. I've referred to back in the 17th century from time to time, because that is what makes us what we are. It's that tradition. And of course, Trooping the Colour today, with the colour, that's the piece that has been the continuity through the ages. That is the soul of the regiment. And therefore, looking back to history and understanding history is critical.
And here we see the Queen leading the royal family out onto the balcony for this wonderful scene. And I think we are going to see, if I'm not mistaken, a first public appearance by Princess Charlotte, who's waiting in the wings there. The Queen acknowledging the applause of this enormous crowd. And yes, the Duchess of Cambridge is now bringing Princess Charlotte to the fore.
So the Queen and the Duke smiling and greeting the crowds, and a first appearance on that balcony for Princess Charlotte with the Duchess of Cambridge.
The second for Prince George on the balcony there with his father, the Duke of Cambridge. Last time he was carried, this time standing, waving, he's picked it up. I don't know whether Princess Charlotte, 13 months old, has yet quite mastered the royal way, but she's certainly looking absolutely fascinated by this extraordinary scene. And there, of course,
everyone waiting patiently, Prince Harry included, and the Earl and Countess of Wessex too, Princess Royal there on the left, Duchess of Cornwall, Prince of Wales. Everyone waiting patiently for the flypast, because I can now tell you that there are, well, I think we're counting at least 8 elements to this flypast. Now, flypasts in recent years have been much more modest. We've had an element of the Battle of Britain memorial flight, but this time, I can tell you, it's a much bigger flypast, and we can already feel the presence of some helicopters heading towards St. James's Park. The first element on its way. 4 helicopters, led by the Chinook, a Griffin, a Puma, and an Augusta 109 SP. The great Chinook, continuously deployed on operations around the world for over 30 years. And that's just the start. Princess Charlotte having a look to the sky too, to see what all the noise was about. We await the second element. Lots of affection, lots of support. There'll be a big round of applause and delight, I'm sure, when people see the Spitfire and the Hurricane. The iconic Battle of Britain memorial flight. Spitfire and Hurricane, with smiles there from the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh, followed by the third element, rapidly closing in, C-130 Hercules and 2 King Air multi-engine pilot trainers, thundering through the sky above Buckingham Palace. The fourth element, and that is a mighty presence, isn't it? The Hercules. It's the 50th anniversary of the Hercules being operated by the Royal Air Force, and the Atlas. The Atlas, the 4-propeller engine Atlas, coming into service as a replacement for one of the older C-130 Hercules models. And the fifth element, we have a C-17 and a BAE 146. C-17 providing redeployment support from Afghanistan, while in March last year delivering shelter and equipment to Vanuatu after the cyclone there. And stand by for the sixth element of this birthday flypast. 2 Tornado GR4s, 1 Sentinel and 1 Rivet Joint 51 Squadron. Tornadoes accompanying the 2 reconnaissance aircraft, the Sentinel and the Air Seeker. And here we have the 7th element, the great big Voyager, 200 feet long. And that really is a very big presence in the skies above St James's Park in Buckingham Palace. The Voyager, a large transporter, the biggest aircraft in the RAF's fleet, flanked by 2 Typhoon jets. And here we go. What a wonderful climax to the Flypast. The red arrows are on the way. Red, white and blue. The Royal Air Force aerobatic team. My word, that was quite a sight, and lots of applause in the parks and among the crowd. And I think it's safe to say that the Queen and other members of the royal family thoroughly enjoyed one of the biggest flypasts we've seen for many years on the day of the Queen's birthday parade. 3 cheers from the crowd. And the Queen just taking in the scene, taking in the sight. And a special rendition of the national anthem to celebrate the Queen's 90th birthday, as Her Majesty happily acknowledges the cheers of the vast crowds here outside Buckingham Palace and right up along the Mall towards Admiralty Arch. And a first public appearance on that balcony for Princess Charlotte, with her brother George there, who's a veteran by now because it's his 2nd appearance. No doubt they've enjoyed it all. So, the Queen and 3 generations of the royal family make their way back into the palace, and the birthday parade of 2016 in the Queen's 90th year is at an end.